Hey there, Kelly Muro here with North Commerce, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you a cheat code that's been hiding in plain sight right now, and almost nobody building online is using it. Here's what I mean. Everybody is racing to these new AI tools to spin up an app in an afternoon, and look, they're great. I've used Lovable, Base 44, Bolt. I've used them and built some pretty interesting things. But most of what they build is a demo. It looks amazing for about 5 minutes, and then reality shows up. One, you don't own the foundation, you can't grow it into a real business, and the second a client needs something custom, you've hit a wall you can't climb. Or worse, you've sold 5 or 10 clients on these vibe coded solutions, and then now you have to manage 5 to 10 different vibe coded solutions, all built differently. You've seen the tools I'm talking about: Lovable, Base 44, Bolt, VO, Replit, the whole describe it and it builds you an app wave. And I want to be completely fair because these are genuinely impressive. They're fast, and if you want to throw together a quick prototype over the weekend, they're great at that. But that's exactly where it stops. It's great for a demo, great for a sales call, but it's not actually built to run a business. You're building on their infrastructure, not yours. It's a really slick prototype, but it's not durable. It's not a durable system, and there's no real path to the stuff a business actually lives on: taking payments, managing leads, storing customers, content, getting found on Google. So you end up with something that looks incredible in the demo and then falls apart the second a real business needs to run on it. Meanwhile, the actual cheat code has been sitting right there the entire time. It's WordPress plus AI. I know some of you just felt the air leave the room. Stay with me, because when you put these two together, it is the most unfair advantage I have seen in this business. And let me show you why. First, the infrastructure is already world-class. WordPress powers roughly 40% of the entire internet. It's battle tested at a scale almost nothing else can touch. I mean, the whitehouse.gov site is built on WordPress. It can bend into anything because you can extend it with plugins, custom fields. There's an API for everything. And here's the part that actually matters. You and your client own the whole thing. It's open source. You have the domain, the data, the customer list. Nobody can flip a switch and take it away. And nobody can price you out of your own business. I used to use Manus as a tool for what's like one of my main tools in my workflow. And then Facebook acquired Manus and they made it an ads tool, and the core features that I loved for Manus were no longer available. So I canceled it and moved on and had to migrate a bunch of my stuff off of Manus. And so that could happen at any point with any of these other companies. And so you need to own your system. And second, this is the one almost nobody's talking about. AI already speaks WordPress fluently. Think about it. WordPress has decades of code, documentation, and tutorials out in the world. All of that is what these AI models learn from. So when you point AI at a WordPress build, it's not guessing. It already knows the architecture, the hooks, the structure, how all the pieces fit together. You can basically describe the thing you want and build it. WordPress and AI were made for each other, and the world just hasn't caught up yet. Third, put them together and the speed is unfair. The one thing that used to make WordPress slow was all the custom setup and code, and that's exactly the thing AI erases. So now you get the ownership and the power of WordPress with the speed of those no-code tools. And that's the cheat code in a single sentence. And here's where it gets fun, because once you start building on WordPress and AI, one website stops being one project and it becomes a platform you can keep building on. So we'll start with an obvious one: web design, a real owned professional site for a home service business, let's say, a cleaning company, an HVAC company, landscaper, contractor. Then you can expand from just web design. Built on that same foundation, you can add lead management. So every quote, request, and follow-up lives in one place. Sales management to track jobs and revenue. Bookings and payments. Products if they sell them. Content and SEO, so that plumber can actually show up on Google. Every single one of those is another offer you can sell to those clients, another invoice you can collect on, and another reason that client never leaves you. And the one thing every business eventually needs to do is take money. They sell products, they sell services, they need to collect deposits, they need to schedule their bookings. That is the commerce layer, and that is where North Commerce comes in. North Commerce is the piece you add to WordPress to sell products and services right on the sites you built on your own client's domain, and that's it. So now you're not handing a client a website, you're handing them a system that runs their business and takes payments. With North Commerce doing the commerce side, you can turn almost any idea into an offer that you can actually sell. And that changes everything about what you can charge for. You're not the website person anymore. You're the person who can build a business its own entire operating system. That means higher value work, recurring work, and you're growing inside your clients instead of always chasing the next one. The old excuse of, I can't code, is completely gone. AI plus WordPress means you can build the thing even if you couldn't have 6 months ago. You don't need a dev team. You don't need 5 years of learning to code. You need WordPress, AI, and the willingness to actually build. And I'm not just going to tell you this works. In this series, I'm going to build it with you step by step. So in the next episode, we're going to take a real home service business and go from an empty WordPress site to the whole thing. The design, the lead capture, the bookings, and payments going live with North Commerce, the full workflow, nothing skip. So if you're a freelancer, or if you're already in the WordPress world, or you're an agency owner, or you just want to build offers for people that they'll happily pay for, then this series is going to be for you, and it's going to give you an unfair advantage. So subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next video where we start building.